Welcome to the Stars Podcast. On this week's episode, meet Miss Craven, aka the Donna Llama. Miss Craven is the head mentor, Read to Achieve facilitator, PTO liaison, and so much more. So, on today's podcast, I'm sitting down with Donna Craven. She is the face of Stars. She'll never admit to it, but she is. And for those of you who don't know her, you will get to know her over the course of the year because she's kind of intertwined in most of the things we do at Stars. All the teachers know her and staff know her. She's kind of like our school mom. So thought it'd be cool to get to sit down and talk to the Miss Craven herself. Can I call you Donna Llama on the podcast, or should we cut that out? Okay, I'll leave it.
No. Talk
to the Donna Llama herself. So, thanks for sitting down and talking with me, Miss Craven.
You are very welcome.
Yeah. I have known Donna for 12 years now, or so, because she more or less started work here at Stars the same time I did, and that's probably the reason we're both still here. But so, can you tell us, Miss Craven, a little bit about yourself?
Just a little bit about myself.
A little bit about yourself. You can go into as much detail as you want.
Okay. So, I had my 43rd first day of school this school year. I began my career in Franklin County in 1980 and was in Franklin County until 1990 when I went to Wake County. And in both of those counties, I taught 4th and 5th grade. When my husband and I were going to move to this area because of his job, in 2001, the only job that was available in Moore County was an 8th grade English teacher. So
and you thought, man, 8th grade sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I thought, man, I don't even know what an 8th grader looks like. And the principal that I was interviewing with pointed out to me, well, your certificate says you can do this. And so I took the job because it was the only job that there was. And I ended up absolutely loving 8th grade English, loving middle school. And so my last 10 years, 11 years were spent at New Century Middle School teaching 8th grade English.
Yep. And you actually worked with Dr. Grainer there
I
too,
worked
right?
with Dr. Grainer at New Century.
Yeah.
He was one of the assistant principals.
Yeah.
And so that's how we knew each other.
Yeah. Was there a couple other... Mr. Lorenz, was he there too?
Mr. Lorenz was at New Century.
Okay.
Miss Malone was at New Century.
Did you know Caitlin then? Or
Caitlin Lick was at New Century.
It's like half our school.
Mr. Pilson, who was our music teacher years ago, was at New Century.
Is Mr. Frazier there too?
Mr. Frazier was at New Century. So
no wonder New Century won't let you come back.
You've got a better memory than I do. I decided to retire in 2011. I don't know, with my sick leave, I had 33 years of experience. And Wes Grainer called me, emailed me, and said, hey, why don't you come to Stars? And all I knew was I believed in and trusted him. And so I came to Stars in January of 2012.
Gave up your career at Cracker Barrel too for that, right?
Yes. Well, once you retire, you have to stay out of
the school system,
and retirement system for 6 months. And so I had never in my life since I was 15 or 16 not had a job, and the Cracker Barrel was opening, and so I went and worked at the Cracker Barrel in the store and
got a good discount, right?
Got a great discount, but if you look at all those Christmas trees that are in there at Christmas time and all those ornaments, that's what they had me doing.
Oh.
And it was Oh, it was awful. And we had to unload trucks at 5 o'clock in the morning. It didn't matter if it was raining, snowing, sleeting, freezing cold. It didn't matter. And
makes 8th grade English look appealing, right?
Well, right. And I was so glad to come to Stars when January came around.
Yeah.
And I haven't eaten at Cracker Barrel since, I don't think. Nothing against Cracker Barrel, I promise.
It was just enough.
It was just...
It's okay. They're not one of our advertisers.
Yes,
so we're
they're
good.
not. Okay. And,
Our sponsors,
they had great food while I was there. I'm not going to say anything bad.
Yeah.
So I came to Stars in January of 2012. Dr. Grainer hired me to be the school's mentor and to run the beginning teacher program.
And you had a fantastic set of beginning teachers, didn't you?
Always.
That was your best year.
Yes.
That had to be.
Always. Yeah. Well, Mr. Sewell was one of those beginning teachers in 2012.
I needed a lot of mentoring too, for sure. So, you had Miss Law too, didn't you? And
Miss Law was one of my mentees. Yes.
Fun. Yeah, that was fun. We had a good time that year.
We did. Yes, we did. Well, I think we have a good time every year.
We do, absolutely. Things are a lot different now, though, for sure.
Well, what's amazing to me is Dr. Grainer's leadership. Mm-hmm. Because when I came to Stars in 2012, the board was suing board members were suing each other.
Yeah, it kind of looked more like Moore County School Board than our current one.
It did.
Absolutely.
The school was about to lose their charter.
Yep.
So Dr. Grainer took over, and he cleaned house for a good 2 years. And if you look at us now, I mean, we were lucky back then to have 200 students.
Yeah.
And if you look at us now, we have 3 new buildings. Our main building has been renovated. And we have 900 children. And our report card score is a point from an A.
Yeah.
So who doesn't want to follow that kind of leadership?
Right. I think it's interesting because the first several years he had to be a lot more hands-on, and he was like involved in everything. And then it seems like he finally hired the people he wanted for his vision, and now he's able to kind of sit back more and let the people he hired do their job
and build buildings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
he's really good at that.
Yeah, and he's so smart.
Yeah.
And he has like a huge vision. And he lets people handle the smaller details, even though he's also detail oriented.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would follow him anywhere.
Yeah. It's sad that he's never going to listen to this, though. So.
Yeah, he's never going to listen to this.
Yeah.
But he knows exactly what I think of him. If I ever...
Good and bad.
if I ever disappointed him or thought that I disappointed him in any way, I would have to, pack up and go home because I wouldn't be able to stand it.
Well, and one thing he won't share and didn't really share with anyone was that over the summer, he went down to Austin, Texas and spoke at, a national charter school convention, right? And kind of shared how Stars how it went from, like you said, losing their charter almost 200 kids to where it is now. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that only happens with good leadership because any school is only as good as the person in charge of the school.
Yeah.
The teachers and everybody radiates out from that.
Yeah.
And I've always thought it was odd. We support our teachers. We are here to support them. Our teachers are happy, love being here. If your teachers are happy, your children will be happy. Yeah. Their parents will be happy. It is not rocket science.
Right.
And we're
really
a big, and we're a big family. Yeah. So, I don't know. That all comes down from his leadership.
Yeah. That's good. And one thing I like about our leadership is that if you talk to them, they will give the credit to the teachers.
Oh, always.
Which they deserve credit, absolutely.
Yes.
But you're right. It did start at the top, for sure. So, Wow, that was all serious and stuff. It was good though.
It was good.
I liked it. So what? So let's see. If we were to follow Miss Craven around for a day, what would your day? Well, I know during the beginning of the year it looks a lot different because you're giving tours and because you are the tour guide of Stars.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you do a wonderful job.
Yeah,
with
I
tours.
never knew that was going to happen. Trust me, I
Yeah.
never understood that would happen.
Yeah.
So,
minus the tours, what? Because I know you help with Read to Achieve. You do
Right.
passages.
Right.
But I'll let
So-
you talk about that. So
I do the morning announcements, and then third grade has the Read to Achieve law. I am in charge of Read to Achieve, and what that entails is the fact that students have to be proficient in reading at the end of third grade in order to go on to fourth grade. This is the only grade that has this kind of
Gateway
requirements or
benchmark.
gateway,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And so on September the 6th, our third grade students will take the BOG, or the beginning of grade reading test. If they pass that reading test, then they're good to go. They will go on to fourth grade.
Yeah.
We don't tell them that,
Yeah.
but because we want them to work hard.
Yeah.
But I will also pull them for one passage per standard. There are 11 reading standards in third grade. And in order for a child who does not pass the BOG to pass third grade, they have to successfully complete 3 passages per standard. So 33 passages over the course of the school year.
Right. And a passage is just a selection of text.
Right.
that
A
read and
passage
answer.
is a
Yeah.
selection of text,
Yeah.
and all passages have 5 questions. After we take the beginning of grade test, we will have a parent meeting probably the following week. There will be an email, a dojo. There will be information that goes out to parents that tells them exactly when that meeting will be. It will be at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening here at the school. And I will pass out those scores and explain exactly what is now to happen in order for your child to go to fourth grade.
Yeah. And I'll say, even both of my kids, they both passed the BOG, but they loved coming to do passages with you as well.
Right.
That was a highlight for them most
Right.
of the time. So.
And the reason that I decided to pull those children is back in, I want to say it was 2013, when we first started, or the state started to give the BOG, those children were not prepared.
Yeah.
And they were scared to death because we were asking kids who had just finished second grade,
Yeah, so they're still basically second graders.
second graders,
Yeah.
to read pages and pages of material and
Oh, yeah.
answer questions.
We had a lot of tears too.
Oh, we had a lot of
Yeah.
tears. And I just said, okay, we can't let this happen to our children.
Yeah.
And so I spoke to Dr. Grainer and I said, what about if, a reading teacher cannot teach reading and do these passages?
Yeah.
It's not possible. So I said, what about if I pull kids and I do this so that the teachers can focus on just teaching?
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the things that makes Stars special too, is that we have the freedom to do something. If you see there's a need, you can do it without having a lot of red tape or any bureaucracy to go through. You just
Right.
this is going to make things better, so let's
So
do
then
it.
let's
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah.
If you see something to make things better.
Yeah, and that's huge. I don't know how a third grade reading teacher would be able to teach the class and pull kids individually to do passages.
Well, and in a regular public school, that's what they're doing.
yeah, that's insane.
That is what they're
Yeah.
doing. So in second grade, I started going into second grade classes, January or so, and I teach a reading strategy called Runners to the students, and then their teachers start to give them short little passages to prepare them for taking that BOG.
Yeah, which is good. So it's not now, at least when they get in third grade, it's not the first time they've seen
Correct.
passage. Or
Correct.
Stamina is still kind of tough, but
Correct.
It's good.
So in the meantime, let's see. So I do pull the kids for passages.
Yep.
I have 5 beginning teachers. So those 5 beginning teachers meet with me individually once a week.
Yeah, so you're still doing the mentor.
So I'm still doing the mentor. I do observations for veteran teachers on veteran teachers. I also do them for the beginning teachers. I dismiss the buses in the afternoon. I just do what anybody needs me to do.
You do a lot more than a retired person should do, probably.
But hey, last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I walked 12 miles.
That's true. Well,
So it was worth it. I mean,
the fact that our campus has gotten so much bigger has definitely added some steps for you.
And I love to read.
Yeah.
And I know that if all I did was stay at home, I would read and I wouldn't move and I would die sooner. And so to try to avoid, now death is coming, I know, but to try to avoid that, put it off a little, I think I'll work.
Well, you spent most of your life with the purpose of teaching, and you get to continue that here at Stars, and help other teachers too.
Right, and I love my job.
Yeah,
I love helping teachers, and I love helping kids.
And something mentioned on the PTO page last night too is something that you also do, which is Reading Month. So you take care of setting that all up with the book fair and all. Do you have that date, or do you?
I do have that date.
What?
So
exclusive.
Exclusive.
It's a book fair exclusive.
Okay, so February at Stars is Reading Month, and we do all kinds of fun activities.
We do. That's one of my favorite months, actually.
The book fair will be here February the 5th through February the 9th. And last year, we made about $13,000.
Yeah.
$9,000 of which I got scholastic dollars, 9,000 scholastic dollars, and I am able to buy books and things to put in teachers' classrooms.
Yeah.
So the more books we sell, the more money we make, and
that's one of my favorite things
wonderful
to do is to see kids go into the book fair.
Right.
So excited about buying books. Still.
Yeah. The other thing that we will do is we will collect change during probably the middle of January to the time the book fair comes.
I like this that
and
you started to do that. Yeah.
The change we are collecting is for students who can't afford to buy a book.
Yeah.
So I use that money. A teacher will say to me, Jonathan doesn't have the means to buy a book. And I will say, well, go have him pick a book out and bring it to me, and then I pay for the book out of the change that we collect.
Yeah.
So, and we also, I buy books for teachers on their wish list with some of that money. So that's another really good
It is,
way to help kids.
Absolutely.
And teachers.
Yeah. There's not much more of a better thing you can do for a kid than to give them a book.
Right.
Yeah.
And, any child who doesn't have books in their home, I want to put books in their house.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. A book can really, and the ability to read a book can really change a kid's life. Yeah. So.
I'm also the PTO's liaison. So I try to attend all of their board meetings, and they kind of run things by me if they need advice or if they need me to say, yes, it is okay to do that.
Yeah, or just to communicate with
teachers.
Or
just to communicate with teachers.
Yeah, because we'll get, for the book fair, I know you use a lot of volunteers and the PTO helps with that.
Yes, I do. And we'll be putting that out there too.
Yeah.
I do, in conjunction with the PTO, every month we try to do something for the teachers, either snacks in the lounge or a lunch or a breakfast. And of course we do teacher appreciation in May.
Yeah.
So the PTO is very generous with the teachers as well as the administration here at the school. We try to be very generous with our teachers.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's a lot, but it's fun and I enjoy every day. I never have a day where I say, oh my goodness, I have to go to work. I don't.
and we're always thankful you're here. That's why we're going to name the newest building after Miss Craven. So Dr. Grainer doesn't know that yet, but I just decided that we're going to do that. It's going to be the Donna Craven Memorial.
Wait, I'm not dead
I'm
yet.
sorry.
I'm not dead yet.
Well, what do we call it if you're not dead?
I don't know.
We'll wait till you die.
Okay.
Not that I want you to die. But we'll get you a plaque.
Okay, give me a plaque.
We could do that. Maybe we'll put it on the map. And when whoever takes over doing tours, when they do their tour, they can say, this is the Donna Craven Memorial Tour. So this is the same. Wouldn't that be? I think it'd be special.
Well, we're going to need to redo the tour that's on the website.
We need to redo the virtual tour because
we sure do.
We have another whole new building.
Well, and things have really changed since then.
I know. We need to put our new bathrooms on there so people can be impressed with how clean our bathrooms are.
Yes, they should.
Well, they might not be clean anymore. I think they're clean.
Oh, pretty clean.
We only had 2 days.
Yes.
Cool. Well, can you think of anything else that people need to know about Miss Craven? The Donna Llama? Where'd that come from, by the way? Was that Petty? Yes. Donna Llama?
We were being visited by someone from DPI.
Yeah.
And they were asking about the mentor program.
Right.
And Ashley Petty kept saying, oh, well, that's the Donna Llama. Or the Donna Llama does that. And I don't know this is happening. And the DPI representative talked to a couple of my beginning teachers, and I don't know why she was involved with it. But anyway, when I walked in the room, he said, oh, so you're the Donna Llama? I didn't know anything had happened.
Yeah.
And so then Dr. Grainer started calling me, hey, Llama, hey. And people started bringing me llamas.
I was going to say, now you have llamas all over your office, too.
I don't know. I don't like llamas.
Well, you're so much better than the Dalai Lama, though, because you're here at Stars.
Well, it's just because I'm old and I have experience. It's the age thing, I think.
It's invaluable, though.
Yes.
It is.
I don't know.
Well, now that we've really gotten to know the Donna Llama, then, I guess we can wrap it up, because I guess we both need to get ready for car and bus duty, don't
Yes.
we? Okay. Well, thanks for chatting.
You are so welcome.
All right. And we'll get together again closer to the book fair just so we can kind of go over details.
Oh, definitely. Thank you, Mr. Sewell.
Thanks for listening to the Stars Podcast. Until next time, have a great day.